Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Joshua back with again doing this video, and this is going to be titled "The Combine Experience." So let's get into it. So the combine was very exhilarating, a fun, exciting time. Um, it was a time that I've always dreamt about. I always saw myself being there. Like I always say, I always visualize whatever I do before I do it. And I told myself I was gonna get to the combine and go there and show out and do what I need to do. And I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, but it was still an amazing time being around all my former teammates again, seeing them compete and whatnot, and just meeting some new faces and connecting with some NFL guys. It was really awesome. So the first day we got there, we had orientation. We had a bunch of different people taught to us about different things and what to expect. Um, and I remember they brought in some NFL legends. The one specifically I remember was John Randall. Came and spoke to us and talked about his NFL career, and I remember I raised my hand and asked him a question about, what was his favorite move and whatnot. I mean, because John Randall, I play with this dude on my Madden Ultimate team, and I was like, man, this dude, I watched his highlights, and remember that dude was crazy. Like, he's crazy with it, like, ridiculous. But, yeah, it was a good time. We ate, sat down, talked to some of the dudes I haven't seen in forever, since like high school camps. So it was fun. And then but the second day, that's when kind of like everything began. So go to sleep, wake up. I think I had like a drug test at like 5:30 in the morning. So you wake up and you go in, you piss, you do what you need to do, blah 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 blah. Got that out the way. And then we're assigned to different groups, right? And we got to go through all 32 NFL doctors, and they're basically, you go into like this. It takes like forever. I remember that dragged on for so long. I was ready to be done with it, over and done with it. I was like, man, I'm just trying to get on the field and show what I can do. And so they out there just checking your body out, and I mean, it's just to me like, okay, I understand. Like, you wanna, like, they look at you like a product, so it's like an investment. So they want to check to see if everything's going right with your body. And I didn't have no serious injuries. Like, not one time did I ever get hurt at Bama. Um, I knew how to take care of my body. Get in the hot tub, cold tub, massages. If you needed to get therapy, stuff like that. If you had something wrong with you, like, I knew how to take care of it. So I remember I had a couple, ticks and stuff like that, dinks, but it wasn't. I never really had no serious injury, and so I kept telling the doctors like, yeah, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. But I had told one of the doctors that I would say I'm good, but like I told one of them that I had just got a little hamstring hiccup, and so what's wrong with your hamstring? I was like, nothing, and just got a little hiccup during my training. It's nothing major. I can still go. And I was like, man. From that point on, I was like, man, it's going. You'll find out. It comes to hurt, bite me in the butt later on, because I said something about my hamstring. I shouldn't have told him nothing, but I'll get to that down the road. I'll tell you that down the road. And let me see. They would just ask me about my teammates and whatnot, and basically, like, after that, like, it took like 5 hours. After all that happened, um, you basically go and you do these tests, like these cognitive tests, to show what's like, you know, it was a lot. Like, you're just sitting in the room and stuff is just happening and happening. And at this point, it's just like a test of like your mental capacity, like how much information can your mind take in, and you kind of know that going in, and it's just like things after things after things. And so after that was going on, you'll go back to your room, and then like after all this took like the course of like 8 hours out of like the entire day. And after that you go, so this is the second day. After that you go, you eat dinner, you meet with the coaches, they talk a little football with you, to see what you know, and just kind of getting the idea of where you're at with your football knowledge and whatnot. And I really knocked them interviews out the park. A lot of teams, the Vikings, Titans, who else? Oakland Raiders. A lot of different teams was looking at me and whatnot. So I mean, it was a fun time, really fun time. And we did that for like the rest of the week as well. And so on the third day, again, you're doing more cognitive tests. You're doing a lot of different things. You're eating, just going doing interviews and interviews after another. And so third day comes around, and we wake up, again, eat breakfast, do our morning routine. Oh yeah, they got the I forgot to say, they got the Nike room, the East Bay room. Adidas was there, Under Armour's there. You're getting all this free gear. I did an interview with East Bay. That was pretty cool at the time. And it's just kind of like, you got your fun parts too. But but it's a job interview. I mean, to be honest, ever since from the first time you start getting recruited in college, that's kind of like the beginning process of your job interview. And I kind of knew that. Like, when you're younger, it's like my coach used to tell me all the time, like, everything you do, that's your resume. Every time you go out there on the practice field, you building your resume. That's your living, breathing resume. And so throughout that third day, you have more cognitive tests, and that takes like 5 hours, something like that. I remember, and then also on that third day, you do a bipod. If you don't know what a bipod is like where they test your body fat percentage and to see where you're at, and your wingspan and all these other different things, and just do measurements on you. And so it's kind of like and then they bring you out. When it started to get really weird is when they'd be like, okay, strip down to your boxers or whatever. They put you on this scale, and you walk out from this curtain, and you just got scouts in these stands, scouts over here, scouts over there, and they all sitting in these stands, just like you kind of like in this little stadium looking area, and you just out there like, okay. He's like, I want you to spread your arms out wide, turn face forward, turn to the side, turn to the back, and they all just taking pictures and stuff of you. And I thought that was just kind of creepy. Like, man, this shit kind of feel like slave trade or some shit. It's cause like you think about it, it's like that's kind of how the slave trade was. It's like back on Wall Street, what they do, they had all the blacks out there just sitting out there, and they would just auction you off. It was auctioning off all the slaves, and it's just kind of like, that's kind of how I felt. It's just kind of like something just shot through my mind. It's just like, this shit's crazy. Like, so this is kind of like what my ancestors went through, kind of. Like, that's how I was thinking in my head. Obviously, I didn't say it out loud, but I just thought, man, so I just kind of like, it's kind of like history repeating itself, kind of. And it was just like a really surreal moment. And that's when I kind of started thinking to myself, and it's like, man, this is what I really got myself into. It's it's a lot. They, they do blood tests and they draw blood from you. You don't know what they doing with your blood. You know, of course you gotta go to the doctors. You get your exams, your X-rays, and all this other stuff. It's a lot, man. It's like you're giving them so much of yourself, and I kind of didn't like that. Like, I don't like people poking at my body and sticks, and it's like somebody poking a stick at your body. Like, look at this guy. Like, it was just weird, man. And yeah, fourth day you go out there, you compete, and I remember vividly, it was like me and Big Pain. I told Big Pain, I came out there and I was like, man, my hamstring kind of, because I had hurt my hamstring and during my training, and it felt better, but I had told one of these doctors or something, and I messed up. I should never have told any of them doctors that my hamstring. I should have just went out there and did my thing, because it was a little tweak, but it wasn't like nothing to where I couldn't do nothing. And we out there, all the D linemen out there stretching, and I told Big Pain, I was like, man, they're not gonna let me go. They're just gonna let me stretch and do this. He was like, well, he was like, man, he's like, make sure, like, try to go, man, or whatever. And I was like, all right, bro, I tried to tell them, and they're not trying to let me go. And one of the people come out, one of the NFL guys come out to the field, and he's like, sorry. He's like, we can't let you go. It's like, if something were to happen to you, that would be on us. Da 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 da. I was like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. And I was like, I'm out here competing. That's what I came here to do, and it's my choice. And it's like, it's not y'all's choice. And I told him that, and I was like, well, it's not up to me. It's like, it's up to the higher ups. Da 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 da. And I wasn't trying to hear that. And I stayed on the field, and I'm like, I'm going to compete. And it's like, and then they walk off, because I told them I was going to compete, and I guess they didn't have no choice. Like, they was just like, I don't know. They just walked off, and then they came back again, and we was getting ready to go. We was getting ready to run the 40s and do the drills and stuff. Dude comes back, and he's like, hey, man, he's like, if you don't get off the field, he's like, we're going to have police come and escort you off the field. And I was like, man, are you serious, bro? I was like, this has been my dream to come here and compete and get my shot, show what I can do, and y'all gonna do this to me? And I was like, man, it's some messed up stuff, man. That's some messed up stuff. And so I'm mad, bro. I'm mad. I was like, man, this is some bull crap, man. But yeah, man, it's bad, man. Like, they try to edit. So I just went out. I went out to like that front pavilion area in front of the hotel, and I just started running. And then one of my coaches calls me. He's like, you all right, Big Phrase? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm just out here just running. I'm just doing my own thing. Cause it kind of hurt, because you work so hard to get to a certain point of your career, and you can't go out there and do what you want to do, and it's bull. It was just bull to me, and so I just had to go. I mean, I enjoyed the experience, but it's just like, I'm there to compete. I'm trying to show people that I'm the best nose guard D tackle that there is, and I have what it takes to be the best. And they didn't let me go out there and show it, but it's whatever. But yeah, man, that's kind of how the combine went. It was a very interesting process, man, and all I gotta say, man, is I give God the glory for all my experiences, and yeah, man, I got some more videos coming, man. That's just kind of how the combine experience went. Be sure to follow my Twitter, Joshua Frazier 69. My Instagram, Joshua Frazier 99. And I got some more content dropping for y'all. If you have any questions, please be free to know. to message me or anything like that. You know, I'm always down to answer some questions and whatnot. Hope you guys are staying safe again during this whole pandemic. Um, Keep working out, keep doing what you guys do, and it's very trying times. And stay blessed, stay prayed up, and time to get on out of here, man. Have yourselves a good one.